Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, the Batbran, and I'm here today with a vlog video. And today, it's been a while since I have done this video, but I want to specify, do a little different stuff of what I'm gonna, just different subjects. And the first subject I want to talk about, the main thing, is I haven't been doing my reviews on the episodes of Dragon Ball Super lately, and you know what? I'm gonna do it in this video. So today I'm going to review episode 124, 125. I'm just basically I'm gonna give you my little bit what I thought about it. Episode 120. What is it? 125. 123. 123 was good because that was when I think that was right when they started fighting Jiren and all of them. So I mean, it was pretty good, but we really didn't see like big things happen until like 18 was knocked out. I think finally, which was shocking. And 18 saved 17, I believe, and they got rid of all the universes are gone except for Universe 11 with Jiren and that stinking old perverted looking molester, Chester the Molester, just mustache looking Topo, and Vegeta, Goku, Frieza, 17, and Gohan. And great episodes. I think episode 123 was Vegeta. Yes, 123 was Vegeta's transformate when he faced off against Jiren. And I finally thought that, Jiren was, or like, not Jiren, but Vegeta was going to have his moment. And Jiren, complimenting him and calling him a warrior, apparently that's a huge compliment. Because Vegeta is a warrior. He's one of the greatest warriors on the planet, if you ask me. I mean, he is the son, the father of my favorite character, Future Trunks. So he does everything he can. Vegeta's doing all this stuff. He's actually hitting Jiren in this episode and hitting him very well. And all of a sudden, he just powers up and he does this final flash, which, if you guys know, this was the final flash that basically, the full power final flash that could basically destroy the Earth, itself when he tried to do it against Cell. So he did it to him, and I remember him thinking he killed him, and then out of nowhere, Jiren just pops right, and he sees him down, and then right out of nowhere, he starts laughing, and Vegeta gets too cocky for himself, and all this stuff, and the next thing you know, there's Jiren with a little blast right in front of him, and just, dear God, I thought he was gonna die right there, because he just he gets obliterated and just falls in the ground like he's like half dead. That was pretty surprising for me, because I don't know how strong Jiren is, but I'm beginning to get the understanding now, because, I mean, the only thing that could really, take Jiren that, almost beat him was Ultra Instinct. So I'm thinking he has some kind of power, godly power. And he's not supposed to, even though gods aren't supposed to fight in this tournament. But you know what? Screw it. It's Dragon Ball Super, so they're going to break all the rules. Akira Toriyama just makes them up the rules as it goes on. But that's besides the point. That episode was okay. I liked that episode. It was alright. Then, episode 124, we had Vegeta's new form finally was revealed. And it's kind of like a mix between his Super Vegeta form, if you know what I'm talking about. Beefed up, the hair got longer, darker, more spiky, and more defined too, and his eyes became darker. And Vegeta came up with this form, he achieved this form on his own. He didn't have to have people give it to him. He didn't have people to help him. All he did was train and pushed himself harder and harder and harder. Then now they're calling it the limit breaker form, but I'm going to call his Super Blue Vegeta form. Super Vegeta Blue. Just because it just looks it just looks like Super Vegeta to me. It does. And he's fighting, I remember him and Goku, Kaioken, Blue. They're going at Jiren with all they got. They're actually pushing Jiren back because they're not coordinated. They're not coordinatedly fighting with each other to beat Jiren. And, well, next thing you know, then we turn over to Toppo. He's facing off against 17 and Gohan. And they are actually doing pretty good against him. Now, Toppo is just toying with him, obviously. But Frieza is fighting Dispo. And Frieza had the upper hand for like a millisecond. And he's like taunting him and telling him, you're useless. Are you really that fast? Is that the best you can do? And then Dispo does this like power up or whatever it is, where he can move faster than the speed of sound or something. I forget what they called the speed, but it was a pretty amazing thing. He looked just like Beerus when he did it too. Because I think Gohan came over and helped Frieza right before that happened, and he did it, and it's too much of a match, and to the point where Frieza had to shoot these blasts out of his fingers and make almost a cage around him and Gohan. And eventually Gohan got to the point, like, Gohan's about to beat him. And just then, Frieza all of a sudden he couldn't hold it anymore, which, first of all, that's not Frieza. I don't know why they made that happen. I guess just for plot. So, Dispo's getting ready, so Gohan did the only thing he could do. Grabbed him from behind, gave him a good old full Nelson, grabbed him just like his daddy, and said, Frieza, knock both of us out. And Frieza happily obliged. He did it. And they took both of them out, and which kind of upset, because I thought, this was going to be the redemption of Gohan. Gohan was finally going to come back. Gohan was going to he was going to get Super Saiyan Blue. No. Not today. Probably not in the near future either. I'll get to about that here shortly, too. But then that was the end of that episode, basically. 17 was just facing off against Toppo. But then we had episode 125, and this episode, oh my god. First off, we have Vegeta and Goku. They're still fighting Jiren with everything they got. And that's amazing. I'm hoping they can knock off Jiren, because I think Toppo is going to be the one, and I'm gonna tell you why here in a sec. Okay. I did not see this coming from Toppo. Okay. I remember in the beginning them saying he was a candidate to become the next God of Destruction. I did not realize this guy actually already had the power of destruction already. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but anyway, 17's fighting Toppo and all this stuff, and they have this beam clash, and then Frieza hits him with a bunch of death beam barrages, or maybe they're just blasts. Because if it's a death beam, you'd think his death beam would be stronger than that. I mean, it was his death beam. Those things were faster than the speed of light back in the Frieza saga. Shot holes in people. They didn't even see it coming. I remember in the Frieza saga when he first did it, and they're like, what? I didn't even see that. Like, and now it's nothing. But, I don't know, like, I really liked it. Like, Frieza was getting the upper hand, and Frieza just taunting him, and I'm waiting for the moment where he just gets the crap kicked out of him and just pays for what he does, and he gets karma. Karma happens to him. Karma happens to everybody that's cocky and things are better than everybody else. Well, wouldn't you know it, Toppo says, you know what? Screw justice. It's all about winning and survival. And oh my god, he powers up, and this boy makes Broly look like a wussy, okay? This guy's, Toppo's pecs, and the way he's beefed up now all of a sudden, my god, probably the most muscular character on Dragon Ball history. Just saying that right now. Just saying. even more than Nappa, and Nappa was muscular back in the day. So he turns into, he uses his power of destruction, and they can't touch him with anything. He is surrounded by the energy of destruction. Everything they touch him with, everything he touches him with just evaporates. He's a Kaiing everything, and if you don't know what a Kai means, it means destroy. Because Beerus did it to Zamasu earlier in this Dragon Ball Super, and it annihilated him. Gone. And my favorite part in the whole episode, well, two favorite parts. Frieza grabs this energy ball of destruction, and earlier before the tournament started, he controlled it and everything. So he said this should be nothing, and he just keeps saying it as he's getting absorbed by the blast. It should be nothing. This should be nothing. That should be nothing. And he just takes it. He takes it. Well, the next thing you know, there's a lot of callbacks to the Frieza saga in this episode. If you guys did not catch it, and the next thing you know, Topo's fighting. This powered up Topo's fighting 17, and thank God 17 has unlimited energy, because if not, 17 would be knocked out by now. 17 wouldn't even be a thing, and 17 wouldn't be the MVP of this team. I'm sorry. 17 is the... I have a newfound love for 17 since watching this. And, knowing what 17 did, was freaking awesome. 17's just buying time. Just buying time. He said, we got 5 more minutes yet. Just buy time. Keep going. Eventually, he will run out of steam. Eventually, we'll tie. We'll win in the numbers. Well, that's all fine and dandy. They're doing okay. He's doing okay with that. Dude, Topo, with this god of destruction power, splits the stage into pieces. Into pieces. How are they going to do it now? They can't fly. They can't do anything, so the stage is literally in pieces. So you fall in a gap, boom, gone. That's, wow. Like, I don't know which one's stronger now, Jiren or Topo. Like, jeesh. Good, thank God they're good. They're nice people. I guess they're good guys, because if they were bad guys, goodbye. No one can stop them. Clearly not Goku and Vegeta could. Now, then when that happened, Frieza stands up on this rock, and he has the same look like he did after he got hit by the spirit bomb. You guys know what I'm talking about. When he's standing there with that finger up like this, and he's got his one eye closed, and he's still freaking taunting him. And Topo just stands there, and he just said, okay, hit me with everything you got. So he gets up a supernova. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the supernova is the power, basically, he destroys planet Namek with. And he even says, how about the power to destroy an entire planet? And he throws it at him. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to do something to Topo, at least. No, Topo just gets this little tiny, about a speck big of energy, and it destroys it. And the next thing you know, Frieza gets the biggest beatdown I have ever, most brutal beatdown I've ever seen of Dragon Ball. And let's just say all the trash talking he was giving earlier, he's getting it back tenfold, because Topo is now trash talking him. Well, first things first, Topo grabs him by the freaking head and just starts squeezing him. He says, what was that you were saying earlier about me being trash and trash belonging in the trash bin? Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think it's you. Oh my God. Then he punches him in the gut so hard, I think if he wasn't holding back, he would have literally, his punch would have went through him. And he just tosses him. And he must have thought that Frieza was eliminated. But if you guys watch the episode, Frieza was thrown almost out of the stadium. He is almost out, but he's just dangling there by a thread, just on the edge. I'm telling you right now, everyone's going to get eliminated. Everyone's going to get eliminated, And Frieza is going to be the reason why they win, because Frieza is going to be hanging out there, and no, everyone's going to forget about him. That's just my prediction. And then Frieza's going to get his wish. And they're... But this is my question. They said the tournament arc is ending. Okay? So if the tournament arc ending, here's my question. Dragon Ball Super is supposedly ending in March for a while, or indefinitely until they can make more episodes or decide to do something else. And they're saying the Tournament of Power arc is going to end. But I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they should end this after such a great run and everything that they're doing right now. The Tournament of Power has been a great series. I'm not a big fan of it. My favorite was the Goku Black arc. But the Tournament of Power was a close second for me. And this Tournament of Power is freaking awesome. I loved every minute of it, and I still am. Even though I still say Hit's in it. Even though you guys don't believe me, I still say Hit's in it. He's somewhere in there. He has to be. I have a feeling we're going to get really surprised. But I'm a little bit sad. I'm actually really sad. Because we've been waiting 18 years and they finally bring Dragon Ball back. And they're just going to end it. For no reason. But we have some hope. Because they said that they're going to do stuff and they're not gone. They said they're not going to be gone. They're not gone. This is not over. They're not done forever. Just right now, they're done. I hope that's not true. Now, clearly, Akira Toriyama can do a lot more, and he has a lot of different ideas that he wants to do. Because he's talked about how he wants to bring back Cell. He wants to go to the point where he wants to end Super where Dragon Ball Z ended, and basically mold all of it together into one, just end it. I think that's what he wants to do, but I think that's what they're planning on going to, and maybe like bridge GT and make GT kind of like a thing, but not like a whole thing like where they actually made GT like bit like not because they've declared GT's not really canon, but like basically make part of it canon, bridge the gap. Now, let me just say this. Now that we're done talking about that, let me talk about this. Fighters. Best game of 2018 so far. My God, this game is amazing. I may think Far Cry 5 can probably beat it. Red Dead Redemption 2 may too. But dude, this game is the best. This game is the truest game to the anime I've ever seen of any Dragon Ball game ever. It's true to the source material. It's true to the anime. It's true to the manga. It's true to every point of Super. They even acknowledge it at some points. Like, it's awesome. I'm not that far in the story mode. I've only done a little bit of the Super Warrior arc, and I'm a good bit in. But the story, the original story, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they can do in Super. So many ideas that they can do. It's awesome. And I am optimistic for what they're going to do in the future. Now, I'm going to leave it with this. What do you guys think? In the comments below, please tell me. What are your thoughts? How do you think they're going to end the Tournament of Power? What do you think that is the next thing that they're going to do? What do you think of Dragon Ball FighterZ? Also, a little bit about Gotham, too. If you want to talk about Gotham, too, I'm all ears about talking about Gotham. I love that. It's coming back March 1st, or March 2nd, something around March. And if you guys watch the end of the first half of the season, huge. I still say there's been rumors, and they came out with another interview with David Masood saying that Jerome Valeska is not the Joker, but the way they introduce Joker in this series is the best thing Gotham has ever done. I have optimism. When David Masood says something, he comes through. He says the truth. He said about the Court of Owls, and we were all surprised when they saw the court, and when we finally revealed the court. And I think the Joker's there. He's been there this whole time, and he's actually controlling Jerome. That Jerome is the imposter, and he is the real one. I still think that. I don't know if that's what they're planning. I don't know, but let me know if you're excited for that. If you think that's what they're gonna do. If you just your comments, we can chat. I love talking and having a discussion with you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, my Dark Knights. It's always appreciated to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned because there's going to be much more content out of this channel. I'm probably going to upload a few episodes of my Pokemon Nuzlocke and whatnot. So stay on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much. Hope you're having a great Monday. Stay awesome, my Dark Knights.